right, so we've got 2 stirrups. I've got 2 horseshoes. We'll come back and we'll put the 3rd stirrup down. Okay, and you notice how he's let his foot drop a little bit, so now whenever I put it back in the right spot, I've created wrinkles. Okay, you want the tape to go down pretty smooth. You want to try to eliminate as many wrinkles as you can, because wherever you have wrinkles, you end up with pressure points on their foot, and as they run and move and try to be athletic and whatnot, they develop blisters where you have wrinkles. All right, so I've got three stirrups, 3 horseshoes, and I'm going to put an extra closure up at the top just to hold those the top of those stirrups down. Okay, so far we got 3 anchors, 1 anchor at the bottom, 3 stirrups, 3 horseshoes, and I put an extra closure at the top just to hold everything together. Looking at the board, you'll see that the next thing is a heel lock. A figure 8. I'm going to start on the inside of his foot. No, you're right. That's actually inside. I need to start on the outside of his foot. I messed up. Whoops. Start on the outside of his foot over there. And when I come down, I'm going to go through the middle of his foot, and my pull is going to be to the outside of his ankle. All right, and that's a figure 8. Start here, go around, and you should end on the other side. Okay, again, I'm going to get a little bit of an overlap there. Lay this piece down. Should be flat across the bottom of his foot, and back up the other side. Okay, I'm going to show you what happens if you try to force the tape to go in a direction it doesn't want to go. Okay, again, come up here, down, and if I try to force this tape to go too far, well, it didn't really work. You try to force it to go where it doesn't want to go, you're going to end up being wrinkled. I'll show you on the heel lock. All right, so that's three figure 8s. Now the heel locks. This is where things get a little bit confusing. It does not matter what side of the ankle you start on. We got a bone on both sides to help you know where you can start. I'm going to start on the outside. I'm going to go just above that bone, and I'm going to angle my tape back just a little bit like that. Okay, so it's going to be angled back just a little bit. And I'm going to go down, around his heel, back up through his arch, down, around, up, tear. Put it here, down, around, up, down, around, up, tear. Somebody help me call it out. We're going to do one more. Where are we going?
Down, around, up, down, around, up, tear.
Okay. Now, all right, our tape job is pretty much done. The only thing we've got left to do now is just close everything up. And if he bends his knee just a little bit, you can see where you've got some maybe weak spots. All right, I've got some weak spots back here. I want to close those up. I've got a weak spot up there. I want to close it up. I want my tape all to be connected pretty strong so that it doesn't break down. Because as he moves and he flexes his ankle and he starts to run around and starts to break a sweat and all that kind of stuff, the tape is going to get looser. And if you've got holes in it and you get gaps between the tape and the skin, or his shoe starts rubbing up against his skin, it's going to cause blisters and it's going to be irritating and he's going to want to take it off. Okay, so that's what the tape job should look like whenever it's finished. All right, turn your leg a little bit to the outside. When you're done, I said this the other day, to know if you've done your heel locks correctly, you should have a pretty well formed and pretty well defined triangle on the outside of his foot. Okay, does everybody see the triangle? I mean, I drew it so you can see it, but do you see where it is in the tape? You should see a triangle on the outside and one on the inside. The bottom of your triangle is the actual heel lock. And as you come up on both sides from the different angles of your heel locks. The one on the inside is going to be a little bit bigger triangle than the one on the outside. That's just the way it works out. Okay. All right. This tape here on the inside looks a little thin because it is, because there's not a whole lot of tape that actually covers this spot right here. So don't worry about that if this is thin. All right. Any questions about that? Okay.